Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at Dragon Isle Part 2, so let's get into the video. Alright, so something that I was not expecting to come today was Dragon Isle. I was just expecting that we are going to be getting Summerfest, but it turns out that there is a new portal inside of Dragon Isle that we can go ahead and check out. So we obviously have the main portal right here, which is just the main Dragon Isle portal. But then we have this other one over here, which is an orange one, which we sort of saw in the Wizard Watch post. We can actually go ahead and check that out on Wizard Watch. So right here, it says a new blazing rift appears in Dragon Isle. This rift won't stay open for long. Jump in and stop the Puppet Master. So I assume you can't actually battle the Puppet Master in this. That would kind of make it so that they don't have anything to do for their their back to school update, unless they want to do just hard mode for that, but that would kind of just be lame. But if we go ahead and head into this, it obviously says that there are 7 days left. So this one says Rift 1, you have to have water pets only, and you need one of these keys, which I do not have yet. So what you have to do to get these keys is just go ahead and do what you normally do to get normal Rift keys. You just go do battles. So I guess I have to go do that now. So I'll see you guys when I actually get a key. Alright, so here we go. We got one of these keys. I assume the reason that the key is like an orange clock is because these are going to be limited time portals. So I guess they're going to be cycling through, going through fire, astral, water, ice, all of those elements. They're just going to cycle through doing one each day, or each week. I don't know what the green key that we showed yesterday is supposed to be for. So for this, it just seems like the rewards are going to be gold. I don't know if there's going to actually be like anything else. There shouldn't be, because I didn't see anything about that. But your team survives. Yeah, we want to keep that. Enemies reflect physical spells. Well, we're not going to be really using any physical spells, so we're just going to use that. And then we have to use water pets. So I assume, yeah, we just want to stick. I mean, it really doesn't matter what we use. I guess we'll use River Creator as our other pet. And so let's go ahead and hop into this battle and see what it's like. It's just, I assume, going to be all fire pets that we're going to be battling. Why does it spells pretty much all the same? But let's go ahead and use Whirlpool to start off. I probably should have used that on Ashlet, but it shouldn't be anything too bad. Let's use Stygian Sky right here, and that's a 691 good. We should be able to just easily take this out. I guess we'll go with Multi-Splash here, since that has a higher accuracy. And yeah, there we go. So that is the first of few. I assume that all we can get from this is gold. I don't really think there's going to be anything else that's too important. My Flickfoot was only on level 20 during that battle. So enemies get more critical hits, enemies get more hearts, water spells heal. Why would you want to do this one? But I guess let's go with enemies get more critical hits, because we're not gonna let our enemies do any hits. So we do not want to use Flickfoot because it doesn't have anything. It seems like we can just use the same pets over and over again. So we're just gonna stick with River Creator and River Creator. If this will load what is going on. Alright, so it's being a little bit laggy, but let's go ahead and get into this battle. I guess there actually could be some rewards that we could get from this that I'll show after I finish this battle. Because there are a couple of things that were added into the CDN yesterday. I had no idea what they were going to be for, but I guess they could possibly be rewards for this. So after this battle, we'll go ahead and look at that. I also have what could be a Dragon Isle leak. It could be just a leak for the upcoming treasure track, because it does look like a dinosaur. You could also say that it looks like a dragon in a way, So we'll go ahead and look at that after this. But enemies have higher speed. Your team spells hit at random. We'll go with this because we're just going to use multis the entire game. You can just stick with the same pets the entire game, which is really stupid because this makes it extremely easy to win. It makes Dragon Isle pretty easy now. But yeah, that did a decent amount of damage. But I mean, it doesn't even matter what we go for, it's at random. Okay, it still hit though. And then we're just gonna finish these two off with back-to-back Hydro Crashes. So yeah, that does not take out Burnout, or yeah, I think that's Burnout. But it does take out, I think it was Igneos, I can't remember now. But yeah, there we go. So I don't think that we're going to get anything too interesting from this. We can't really see. Okay, we can get the watermelon on a stick, and we can get hot some gold, and I think it said some sand dollars as well. Yeah, so that is some decent rewards, I guess. We got 300 gold, which is probably about the most gold that you can get from this. I assume it wouldn't be much more, but yeah, we got another key. So I guess if you keep winning, you can self-sustain yourself and just keep doing battles over and over again. For now, it seems like you can't really get anything, but here you have to use ice pets, which I don't know if it just alternates water, ice, and then it'll be like plants or fire here, or storm, I don't know. But yeah, this is really cool. I didn't expect them to do this update right now, but I don't know what this one's going to be for. Maybe this would be for the Puppet Master battle or something like that. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. I don't think that's going to come super soon, but yeah, this will give us something new that we can play. I'll keep playing this, and maybe I'll make a video if there's something else interested. But let's go ahead and look at the maybe leaks about this. Okay, so here is something that is called Items Bake Brown 1. And the reason that I think that these could have something to do with Dragon Isle is that this background right here, I think was just added yesterday. And it had something to do with like Bake Brown or whatever that asset I just showed you was called. I could be just completely wrong on this though, but there are also a few other rewards. Like there's Riptide, which I don't know why they do that, which is kind of why I don't think that these would be rewards. There's also these. There's these which are Bake Gray. These ones are gray. This one is lavender, and it has Florifox. There's this one, which is lavender, and then this is hair, which was in Summerfest, which I made a video on, which you can go watch. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about for a second was this, which is called Icon Follow 314. So this is a buddy, and this is what it looks like. Sort of looks like a dinosaur, could be seen sort of as a dragon, sort of would be a fire sort of pet, which is why I think it could be in this, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is what it looks like with the spine, which I think would be like a Stegosaurus or something. I don't know my dinosaurs. I just looked it up and it's called an Ankylosaurus, but it looks pretty similar to a Stegosaurus. Now there are also actually some rewards from this, so these are coming from Mysterious17 on the Prodigy Wiki. So the Shadow Dragon in the Rifts actually gives out some items, and these are the items. So these are some new like ice cream themed outfits. So there's the outfit, the boots, the wand, and a relic. And I assume these are probably, okay, no, they're actually different. So all non-astral spells have a chance to miss 20%. Mystic Shield, the users shield themselves for 1 hit each round. I don't know if that's us or the dragon, And then there's also your team's shadow spells do less damage, 15%. So, shouldn't be too much of a game changer. It still should be pretty easy to beat the Shadow Dragon, but you will now get these nice new rewards, which are apparently member only. Yeah, that is going to go ahead and end the video. Let me know what you guys think about this new Dragon Isle update down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and bye.